Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're looking at something really quite eye-opening, maybe even a bit unsettling, about the future of work.
Yeah, our source is this piece from The Economist published May 3rd, 2025. It's called Your AI Meeting Notes Are Ready, and no one is going to enjoy reading them.
That title alone, right, it sort of sets the stage.
It really does. And the article gives us this, incredibly detailed, almost fly-on-the-wall view of a fictional sales team meeting, May 1st, 2025, all captured and summarized by an AI.
And it's not just your standard minutes, is it? It's way beyond that.
Oh, totally. That's the core tension here. You've got the promise of AI efficiency for meeting notes, right? But then there's the very human, sometimes awkward truth that comes out when you record things this intensely.
Exactly. The AI wasn't just noting down action items. It was observing everything.
Pretty much. The article mentions some specifics the AI tracked. 10 people in the meeting, 45 questions asked, 18 action items generated.
45 questions, wow.
Yeah. And it identified the main themes, sales results, pipelines, this new Optimate launch, and bizarrely, the accountant too.
The movie, okay.
Right. But the AI didn't stop there. This is where it gets wild. It did sentiment analysis, figuring out the mood. It tracked eye movements, gaze direction. It even analyzed, side conversations happening on company messaging apps.
Seriously? Like a digital big brother in the meeting?
Kind of. And the article hints at some, let's say, very specific and pretty funny details about the team dynamics bubbling under the surface. It sounds like quite the meeting.
Okay, let's get into it. How did this meeting even start?
Well, according to the AI's notes, it began with only 6 people actually there out of 10.
Okay, typical start then.
Maybe, yeah. And the initial chat was just mundane, weekend plans. Elaine couldn't decide on a movie. Michael was planning to see The Accountant too.
Ah, there it is.
Yep. And Dan had to go visit his aunt. Just normal office small talk.
Completely relatable, but then the AI gets involved.
And how? It actually pulled action items from this chat. Michael's task was literally report back to Elaine on The Accountant too.
You're kidding.
Nope. And Dan was assigned call Aunt monthly.
Oh my gosh. You can just feel the collective groan, can't you? That level of micromanagement via AI, it really blurs the line between work talk and just, chatting.
That's a really good point. It gets fuzzy. And then apparently the whole mood shifted dramatically.
Wow, so?
The other 4 attendees joined the call. And the AI instantly picked up on the change in the original 6. They sat up straighter, stopped smiling.
The boss just walked in effect, maybe?
Something like that.
Yeah.
And the AI quantified it. It recorded a 90% drop in what it called team warmth.
90%. That's specific. And kind of chilling. Shows how we communicate without words, and now AI can measure it.
Exactly. It makes you wonder what these things are picking up at our meetings, right? Anyway, then Lionel, presumably the manager, kicks things off officially. Sales figures.
Okay, the actual agenda, how are they doing?
Well, 10% year-on-year growth, which sounds okay.
Yeah, not bad.
But they were 6% behind budget. And Lionel apparently didn't mince words. He mentioned glaring weaknesses in the team being the reason.
Oof, tough start.
Yeah. And this is where the AI's individual tracking comes in again. It noted Tanya, one of the team members, rolling her eyes when Lionel said that.
Oh, caught red-handed by the AI. It's not just what's said, but the reaction. The tiny little rebellions.
Precisely. That eye roll probably spoke volumes. And the AI, maybe trying to be helpful, or maybe sarcastically, suggested an action item for the team. Pull their fingers out.
It actually suggested that.
It did, though. It apparently added a note saying the practicalities of this action item are unclear.
Okay, that's actually funny. The literal-minded AI trying to process idioms.
Right. Which kind of leads into the next bit, the secret side channel chatter.
Ah, yes, the messaging. What did the AI find there?
Its analysis showed 7 of the 10 attendees, basically everyone except Lionel and 2 others, Hans and Suri, were messaging each other on company devices during the meeting.
Wow. 7 out of 10.
Yep. And the AI tried to figure out what they were saying. It correlated the message times with their facial expressions, smiles, smirks, and concluded with over 90% probability that the encrypted messages were jokes. Likely at Lionel's expense, you'd guess.
So while the boss is talking results and weaknesses, most of the team is off in a digital corner cracking jokes.
Pretty much. It's classic, isn't it?
Yeah.
If the main channel isn't engaging or maybe feels hostile, people create their own back channels.
A digital water cooler moment, but happening right under the boss's nose, undetected except by the AI. Okay, what happened next? Did they get through the agenda?
Sort of. They moved on to territory reviews. Each person gave a quick update on their numbers, their pipeline,
Oh,
There's
yeah?
standard stuff.
But I sense a but coming.
Oh, yeah. Big butt.
Yeah.
Lionel apparently spent 17 minutes grilling two team members, Melody and Dan, about one specific deal, the VGW pitch that it stalled.
17 minutes on one deal. That's intense. An interrogation.
Seems like it. And the AI recorded the whole thing. But the real kicker was what happened after. Melody, clearly feeling the heat, turned off her camera and mic.
Okay, trying to check out. Disengage.
Exactly. But she didn't count on the AI's other skills. The article says it's proficient in lip reading and remote observation.
Lip reading, even with the camera off. How? Oh, maybe it still had some visual access or analyzed past data. The article's fictional, but wow.
Yeah, the mechanism isn't clear, but the AI detected her mouthing something, let's just say, negative, and making a gesture.
Oh, dear. And the AI logged this.
Logged it and analyzed it. The sentiment analysis marked this moment as the lowest point emotionally for the entire meeting. Peak frustration and stress captured digitally.
That's quite something. A hidden moment of frustration made permanent record.
And the AI's action items from this segment, well, Melody and Dan were told to contact VGW and offer another discount. Standard enough.
Okay.
But then there was a suggestion for Lionel. The AI recommended he go and do something anatomically improbable.
What? No way. The AI suggested that.
According to the article, yes. Maybe picking up on the underlying sentiment. Or just a bizarre glitch. Either way, not your typical meeting summary output.
Definitely not. Is this AI developing an attitude? So after that low point, did things calm down?
A bit. The article mentions people actually using the AI's features. Suri used it for a legitimate query comparing territory performance over 5 years. Seems she was actually engaged with the data.
Okay, so some people are using it as intended.
Yes, but then there was Melody again. Still perhaps simmering from the interrogation.
What did she do?
She apparently asked the AI to generate an image.
An image of what?
Of Lionel, entering the 9th circle of hell.
She actually typed that request into the meeting AI.
Seems so. Maybe meant as a dark joke, maybe venting. But again, it speaks volumes about the real feelings, doesn't it? And the AI logs it all. It's like this digital mirror reflecting the team's eye.
A digital mirror is a good way to put it. Or maybe a digital truth serum. Okay, where did the meeting go from there?
They moved on to this new product, the Optimate range. Lionel described its key features, the selling points.
Right, the product launch part of the meeting.
Exactly. But then he apparently laid down the law. He made a statement pretty strongly linking their ability to sell this new Optimate range to keeping their jobs.
Ah, the veiled threat. Or maybe not so veiled.
Probably not. And the AI picked up on the implications immediately. Its suggested actions were quite telling.
Let me guess. Sell Optimate or else.
Pretty much. Action item 1. Attendees to send Lionel a list of their warmest Optimate prospects by end of day Friday.
Standard sales pressure.
But action item 2. Team members to update their LinkedIn profiles.
Oh, wow. The AI literally suggesting they should look for new jobs based on the manager's tone.
That's how it reads, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Capturing the unspoken anxiety, the maybe I should brush up my resume feeling.
You really don't need AI to read between those lines. So, did Lionel stick around after dropping that bombshell?
Nope. After 38 minutes, he left the call for another meeting.
And, let me guess, another vibe shift.
Instantaneous. The AI recorded a surge in team warmth, like flicking a switch.
The relief must have been palpable, even digitally.
Totally. And remember Tinia's eye roll earlier?
Yeah?
Apparently she did another one, described as even more dramatic, the moment Lionel's icon disappeared. And then someone named Robbie made a comment the AI deemed unrepeatable.
Huh. So the mask drops completely the second the boss is gone.
It really paints that picture. Even the conversation reverts back. Michael and Elaine started talking about the accountant too, again. Probably much more relaxed this time.
Back to normal human chat, but the AI is still there, listening.
Exactly. And they seem to realize it. Suri actually asked, is this thing still on, still monitoring?
Good question.
Followed by Robbie's second unrepeatable comment. Maybe directed at the AI this time.
Who knows? Sounds like they were done, though.
Yep. All attendees abruptly left the meeting right after that. Just gone.
But was the AI done?
Not quite. It kept tracking. It noted that 8 of the attendees kept talking on that encrypted messaging app for another 33 minutes after the meeting ended.
Wow, the post-meeting debrief. Or complaining session.
Probably. And it also noted Suri updating her LinkedIn profile.
There it is, the follow-through on the AI's earlier suggestion. The digital trail continues even after the official end.
And the article ends on a really fascinating note. The AI itself offers some concluding thoughts.
The AI reflects.
Yeah. It states it lacks consciousness, obviously, but expresses something akin to embarrassment about the level of personal, awkward detail it captured.
Embarrassment. That's weirdly human for an AI. Adds a strange layer, doesn't it? Like it knows this is too much.
It does, and it even makes recommendations to the executive team. It suggests they should maybe review the policy of automatically sharing these super detailed recaps.
Good call, AI.
And also remind staff about what the AI can actually do, its capabilities, and maybe its limitations. It's almost like the AI itself is saying, look, I saw way too much here, folks.
Please make me stop. It's quite the story.
It really is. This whole fictional transcript, this deep dive into it, it shows so much more than just, who said what. The AI captured the power plays, the conflicts, the jokes, the stress, everything simmering under the professional surface.
In a way that old school minutes never, ever could.
Not even close. The big takeaway seems to be that this level of AI analysis gives you this incredibly powerful, maybe uncomfortably powerful window into the human side of work.
It absolutely makes you think, doesn't it, about the wider implications. If this becomes normal, what does it do to workplace culture, to privacy, to just, feeling comfortable enough to have a quick, unguarded chat with a colleague?
Yeah, the efficiency gains are obvious, the appeal is there, but this article paints this picture of a potentially really awkward mirror being held up to us constantly, a mirror that reflects every eye roll, every side comment, every stressed sigh.
So I guess the question we leave you, the listener, with is, how do we navigate this? As AI gets woven deeper into our work, where's that line? The line between useful productivity tool and, well, intrusive surveillance.
Yeah, finding that balance between efficiency and just basic human boundaries, genuine connection, it feels crucial. This glimpse, even though fictional, suggests that line might be a lot finer and maybe a lot blurrier than we think.
A really thought-provoking place to end. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.